Were you playing in multiplayer or?
Yeah, of course.
Alright. Yeah, the Japanese lady was like, "Hey, can we have our thing an hour earlier?" And sometimes our conversations last for like 2 hours, 3 hours, right? But today was kind of a bit of a short day. She only had one thing for me to review, and I had a story that I wrote in Japanese for her to review.
Your fanfic?
Yeah. No, it was I hand translated the Sour Grapes fairy tale, if you know what I mean. Because if you try to automatically translate it, it fucking just turns into garbage. So I had to manually translate it. Because if you try to just stick that story into like a translator, even if you shorten it in English, it turns into like 400,000 Japanese sentences. But then if you know in basic Japanese, you can turn it into like less sentences than the English story and still have the same meaning, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Because Japanese language doesn't deal with multiple descriptors and multiple like verbs in one sentence particularly well. It reads like a fucking shopping list.
The cherry blossom, in Japanese is just like a whole bunch of like very intricate, things, and in English it's like the cherry blossom was orange, red, and green, and also very iconic, and also very solemn and beautiful, and
then you translate that into Japanese, and you're just given like 400 pages of dialogue. Because for example, right, at the end of the story, I wrote down "Kare no koudou wa muda datta," which is his efforts were wasted, right, in Japanese. But if I was like, if I like translated he realized that it was impossible to reach the grapes, it would become like, hold on, let me just fucking Google translate that. Kare wa budou ni totatsu suru koto wa fukan no deru koto ni kizukimashita. There you go. Compared to my kare no koudou wa muda datta, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it doesn't, like, Japanese language doesn't deal with that sort of shit particularly well. Yeah, she's very impressed with my Japanese. Starting again. How's your German, nerd?
Nicht gut.
Asshole.
Ich habe wartet an meine Master für mehr gelernt.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Gelehrt?
Or or like before. Ich habe mehr gelernt. Is it that like learned? Hold on. Get learned. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It is right, but it's like, my pronunciation is not the best. Because it is sort of like, how in thingy, like when the monks that were like learning Latin, like the Italian ones were like just half-assing things.
Mm.
And I'm sort of half-assing it because it's the same language group,
Well, yeah. I mean, I've so half-assed it that I've never tried anything. The only thing that I can do with like confidence in German is count and just interpret what's being said. That's about it. Like I can't do. I know that der Hund bellt, right? As in the dog barks, and
Yeah.
the Deur klingelt, right? So like the door klingel. I don't even know if it's door, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, because in Dutch it's the opposite. Yeah, the hond blaft and the deur belt. Right? Iemand belt aan de deur. Which belt is like barking in German, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
fucking, it's such a like tragedy that like the German that I know is like it's very fucking memey German, right? It's like I know Lebensraum, I know Achtung, uh, and I know please Steiner, no.
Der Angriff der Steiner nicht bekommt. Alright, so I'm back at the base. I'm gonna farm carrots, because, I figure if we're gonna grow shit, we might as well grow it here.
Yeah. Should we make progress towards the Elder?
I guess yes, but I'm not sure how.
We'd have to just travel towards it, right? Because then we know what we're up against. Because, Right, now, so, how much bronze do we have? Because we sort of like put that on hold for the great instruction. Which, by the way, I have like recorded it, so I don't know if you like care about that. If you know what I mean. If you're like, oh, I don't want anyone to hear, because I remember you don't say anything doxy or like you never let your like hatred of the Jews slip or anything like that. So.
I don't mind Rick being recorded.
Okay.
In that sense, and just putting it out on the YouTubes.
Yeah, because I always do it I always record it in like private in case there's like clips that I want to take from it, but I just like dumped this whole 6 hours on the thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be like super important. If anything, I assume if you're like mom is coming in, it's like, by the way, your brothers died, and here's that. Here's everything that's happened to our family, and like, tragically, and I'm just like, yeah, this should not go on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those things where like I just don't give a shit, right? I just super don't care. Like, it's one of those things where because our names, we never use them, if you know what I mean. So, Mr. Nathan Oswald, they never use your real name. So
yeah,
they could never find you. I think is his last name Nesbitt? Nathan?
Oh yeah, I think it is.
Alright, fucking NN.
Just dox him.
Dox him,
job.
yeah, get him. He's like a millionaire in Northern Ireland, and his family supported the IRA for like hundreds of generations. And yeah, he pretty much is like fucking death to Catholics. So fucking just send all his car.
Supported the IRA, but it's is death to Catholics.
He's just a real edgelord. He supports the IRA that's pro-union.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. He's not IRA. He's Sinn Féin, or Sinn Féin, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Self-hating Sinn Féin.
But the problem is, Sinn Féin is like, I don't know. It is funny. It's sort of like it's like Gert Wilders, but they're also like pro-European immigration, and they're also communists, and yeah.
Oh, it's really strange. What I find fucking impressive is that you can be fucking anti-Europe and socialist, and that is like the most retarded double whammy. Like, how can you be fucking socialist and like anti-Europe? Because here's the thing. Here's the real, like, the only socialism only fucking makes sense in the context of like a very large like accessible market and labor pool, if you know what I mean. Whereas if you just like fucking are like, oh yes, no, hard borders, but socialism in Netherlands, you just literally destroy the country.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the reason they're against the EU is basically because it like you're not gonna vote through real socialism with the EU, so.
I mean, well, whatever the fuck they have planned as real socialism probably isn't worth voting through. There you go. That's some fucking thing. So that's coming from a guy that identifies as like slightly left-leaning socialist, if you know what I mean. So.
Just want to grill.
Some people just want to watch the world grill. I'm using the road. Any excuse to use the road,
troll comes out earlier and earlier. Oh, put him towards the beehive. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck it. Actually, I'll just stay at the mining base and start mining. So fucking indecisive. But yeah, no, that was fun. Japanese was useful. I'm definitely I'm learning it, and the fact that it's like, because I don't have to like spend too much time doing it, right? I just spend like a couple of hours every week, and that just is enough to like make me gain steady progress.
Yeah, it is. It is actually quite fun how easy it is to progress. Like when I was just doing like some German on Duolingo, it was like impressive how quickly I was learning stuff that I can use immediately. And I don't really encounter German. Like I probably haven't seen anything German, this week. If anything, I should be learning Swedish because I encounter that much more now. Oh my god.
Yeah, that would make a little bit more sense. Because here's the thing: like most Germans that you're gonna talk to will speak English, right? And they'll probably speak English better than you'll speak German. But with Swedish, you could probably attain close to like mastery, right?
Yeah. It's not that hard. It's just a lot of unique words. And this fucking troll, like, I'm at the base. I not ventured outside the base. I just went slightly into that fucking forest, right? And there's a troll there immediately.
Hey man, I'm envious. The troll's hide is useful. Oh fuck you, I'm just like, I've literally, all I've done for like the last like 10 minutes is just walk backwards and forwards. I've not done anything. It's like, thing.
Road is great for fighting trolls, by the way. It is so easy to kite them because they really can't deal with the pathfinding when you're on the road.
Nice. I was doing more. I did another Austria, or I did another Prussia speedrun. This time, like, I fought the wars even better. Like, I am so confident at my ability to war now that I could probably, like, as Prussia, literally war every single neighbor I have and win with, like, incredibly one-sidedly.
Yeah.
Like,
I tried some Imperator, and it is sad how easy it is to war in that game.
Yeah, especially if you're playing, like, a big country, there's, like, no resistance.
Yeah, I didn't even do that. It was just, like, anything, and then, like, I just make my military leader, my general leader, and just pillage, and then, like, whatever money you get from pillaging, you just go on the fucking spree.
Yeah, exactly, because, yeah, he gets so much, money if you let him, like, just sack the place.
Like, even if, like assuming, like, oh, you lose citizens, like, that city, is that 120 gold is that city's output for, like, a few decades, Whereas I'm just snowballing.
Yeah, it's like, it's insane because it's also early game, so the value is even more because the game has inflation in the sense that everything becomes more doable later.
Yeah.
So you'll get, like, oh, you fucking, yeah, you kill, like, 6 pops, but they're not your culture or whatever. Because the only time you probably might not, like, you might want to do, like, a mild sacking rather than, like, a harsh sacking is if they're of your culture and you're gonna, like, integrate them soon, if you know what I mean. You're gonna conquer them soon. But if they're not of your culture, you sack every single time.
Yeah.
Because slaves, the death of slaves doesn't matter, like, as long as not, like, you don't kill a lot of civilians or citizens, if you know what I mean. For, like, your own culture, at least.
I haven't think with the. I don't know if have you played with the new, like, integrating cultures thing?
Not much, no. I've looked at it.
Yeah, because with that, like, you can sort of like, even your own culture is not that important anymore. It is nice, but I found that, like, just 120 gold from your first war is just absolutely worth it to sack a city you're gonna take.
But I think sacking is almost all the time worth it.
Yeah.
So
dumb, like, yeah. It really ruins the enjoyment of the game.
Yeah, the game's just way too easy. It's because with Victoria 2, right, the only reason I can win is because I'm playing like a strong nation that has a strong army at the start, and you just win by like sort of I would say abusing the AI, but it's more just like playing really defensively. Because if I was against a human, if I play incredibly well defensively, it's very hard to beat anyone offensively in Victoria 2, which is good, right? Because that sort of parodies real life, where invading is much harder than defending.
Oh yeah, yeah. And Victoria 2, the defensive bonuses are insane.
Yeah,
which is nice.
And also the benefit that you just have supply in your own territory and all that shit. So like Russians could fucking invade me, but like I have a superior quality, and they outnumber me maybe 2-1, which is not enough when they're on the offensive. So it makes more sense. And in Imperator, the defensive bonus hardly matters, if you know what I mean. Like it's so like it's just a ticking war score, and even that is like it's not that significant. So yeah, just a bit disappointed by it. Well, I say a bit, like a fair amount disappointed. I put in like a lot of gameplay hours, right? I don't know if you see, but like the hours that I have are actual hours that I played.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's not much more to do after that. That was just me like sort of like doing little challenge runs for myself, little achievement runs, and you know, effectively making my own fun.
Yeah, because there's like fun to be had in the game, but like I don't know, I have like a couple of 100 hours, I think, maybe. See, I have like 197, and I'm kind of impressed now that I got that many. Like I have the same amount of hours in CK3, and in CK3 I still have like more stuff I want to do.
Mm-hmm. I've sort of reached what I want to do in CK3, unfortunately. But I don't know how many hours I have in it. I think I have quite a bit of hours in CK3. Maybe 400?
Yeah. It was like a very positive surprise, that game, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. I was expecting it to be decent, but it turned out to be really good. Like, just a really good framework. No, I have 300 hours in CK3. Yeah, overall you have way more hours in Paradox Games than me, but I think that's because you're a filthy AFKer.
I don't really AFK anymore, so...
Anymore, but... I think in EU4 we might have similar active hours, even though you have like 500 more AFK hours, so to speak. I think Victoria 2 you've genuinely probably played more than I have. Because I've played 700 hours of Victoria 2 and you've played like 1,000 something, so...
1,600. Yeah, I definitely have played that. And some of those hours are not even like recorded on Steam. Those using like a mod thingy that didn't have it.
Yeah, but yeah, honestly, like doing the Uber Germany runs completely reinvigorated my enjoyment of Victoria 2. Because even though the game has some jank in it, the main mechanics are pretty good. Like the warring, the fact that you can't do. I like that there is like sort of an action cap that you reach in Victoria 2 that makes the game not a complete pain in the ass to play.
Yeah.
Because in EU4 there's no real action cap. Sure, you have diplomats, but you like can be really anal about managing them. And I just don't think that's nearly as much fun as the like diplo points that you get. I think that's a much better system. You just build up diplo points. You can't stack like 1,000 of them or whatever, but you can only stack 9. And then you just like, if you see the need to ally somebody, you ally them. You don't have to like fucking send over a diplomat, but you only have 2 to like smooth, right?
Yeah, and there's like, if Victoria 2 had been like made today, there would have been like tons of ways to like make it more unique for like, let's say Austria will have a lot more diplomatic influence because of history,
right?
For example, there's like stuff like that they could have done, but you know.
Yeah, I do like how that's not there though. I do like how it is just like what are your accepted cultures, and in the base game accepted cultures don't matter nearly that. They matter, but they don't matter so much as in some of the mods. So yeah, you have accepted cultures, and you have where the nation is, and sort of like what their like academic things are. And I'm happy that there is no like weird invisible bonuses. Like there isn't like oh, they just get a permanent modifier now. Like I'm happy.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not there.
yeah. You know, it's sort of implicit in the fact that like forming super Germany is only something certain nations can do.
Yeah, of course, but like there isn't like a Prussia doesn't have a discipline bonus, right? Like they don't have like an organization bonus forever. They just get like a temporary buff, which is like makes sense if you know what I mean. Like they can like activate like a timing attack buff, so to speak, but they don't normally have just more discipline than others, because then that way you just be like, oh well, I just only play Prussia because they have access to a buff that no other nation can get, you know?
Yeah, I do feel like the game does benefit from like in Imperator you have like history of small nations rising to like become great empires, and you sort of have to like count for that. But in Victoria, you know, small little nation of like let's say I don't know Norway has never gonna like be able to like become a great power. They're gonna become more powerful than currently are, but they're not gonna be able to like have more people in core territory. Like like they're not gonna be like a situation where the game has more Norwegians at the end of the game than it started with. Compared to Germans.
Yeah, but conversely though, like to sort of put the benefit of that point is that a fucking Norway campaign will end up looking completely different from a Germany campaign.
Yeah, exactly, because you're not gonna paint the map fucking
exactly.
Norwegian.
Like, you can maybe get Scandinavia, form Scandinavia, then you get access to like a whole 2 million pops or something. I don't know. And,
wow.
And then you can like break up other nations, because you can easily like sort of break up Europe and just like sort of make it so that France is just weakened, and like make sure that you're a great power by virtue of your prestige and of like just weakening your neighbors. Because that's how you like great powers, say like I don't know, like the Netherlands or whatever. Like the Netherlands can become a great power if they like wrestle Belgium back under their control and then just like play fee fi fo fum, I'm gonna break up everybody near me and like try to humiliate them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really like the fact. Also, Brazil, like Brazil in AI's hands does nothing. Brazil in like players' hands can potentially be fairly powerful.
Yeah, the AI does not know how to like play New World nations, but
Speaking of which, like whenever I go for the Super Germany thing, obviously most of Europe ends up like under occupation. So America just has like such a huge population boost from my exploits, if you know what I mean. Because it really is just like usually, because when I go to war, like I feel like the AI, because I'm at war with all these nations, the AI also goes to war with a lot of things. It might just be coincidence, but I once had a scenario where the year is like 1838, and there's like 3 pages worth of wars happening on the war screen, if you know what I mean. Like 3 pages worth of conflicts.
Yeah.
Which whenever I'm playing America, it's like I look up there and I just hear the crickets chirping. When you're playing a fucking nation that actually benefits from war. Yeah, I like Victoria too.
I hope they announce it like next year. That would be my dream.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen, but it will be my dream. And even if it's like as shit as Imperator, I will say it. I will take that.
Yeah, like I think the real fear is, or the real problem is that like, it's the same sort of problem that I ran into when I was like trying to make my game, is that I really love Victoria too, but a lot of what makes that game fun is just sort of like window dressing.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to like design a game around that. Like, 'cause if they gamify it, they ruin it, right? Like if you gamify Victoria 2, you get a shit game. Or effectively, you get like worse EU4 at that point. Like if you gamify it too much. So it's gonna be difficult, I think.
Yeah, it will be whoever makes that game, a success will like be like legendary. And I think it's Joanne. don't think it would be Johan, you know.
Yeah, it's such a tall order because like, yeah, unless they get the economy figured out, like to do that in a way that isn't like a super weird simulation, but also is still intuitive and is just like fun to do, then they've got a real fucking winner. And all they need to do is like sort of clear up the war system from Victoria to make fucking world conquest impossible, like you know, make it so that literally, like, you know, because I think in Victoria 2 you can world conquest, but it's just like make it like, no, only a real retard will try this.
Yeah, I've seen some attempts, and they usually pick like France, Britain, or Russia.
Yeah, you could do it as Germany, probably way easier because of like they probably don't know how to super Germany in like 3 years, if you know what I mean.
It's the diplo points is the main issue apparently. So like I'm pretty sure, yeah, if it's possible to France, it's probably possible with Germany for sure. Like yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
I just seen that's just attempt. That's just the successful attempts I've seen is people using those countries. So
yeah, I think Britain you probably have the easiest time. Britain or Russia, right? Because they just have the most provinces to start with already.
Yeah, and they have like I think they start with it's the provinces that you have to conquer. That's the issue. But it's a fucking tedious thing. Like, don't even try it if you want to like have a good time, because you need to like not send peace offers, because those cost a diplomatic point.
Yeah. Like no, definitely. Like but yeah, no. I already fucking think EU4 world conquest is way too fucking cancer to attempt. So don't worry, there's no risk in me ever doing it.
Have you done it in EU4 though?
I've gotten so fucking close in EU4, and the reason why I stopped is because I just can't fucking take it anymore.
I did it as the Mongols once. That's like, yeah. Or, well, I played as... I think I started as Nogai, then went as the, like a horde.
It just becomes so fucking tedious. The last 100 years of that kind of campaign are just like fucking fighting in Africa, balancing your truces, fighting in America. You're just like,
dude,
oh, fucking kill me.
In that game when I went to like the America, I swear to God, I was boating people over, putting them off. They would just get stack wiped, and they would just be like, well, it cost them manpower. That's good because that'll make it easier eventually.
Yeah, it's just way too fucking tedious for me.
Fucking like they have like Portugal and thing have like what's it called, like the they gives you lots of force limit thingy quantity. They always pick quantity, so they have like huge armies even when they're like fighting you in the guerrilla action in fucking Africa. Right.
Well, yeah, I like both times that I've gotten really, really close to world conquest and just sort of stopped at like 1700s.
Yeah.
Is playing as Austria, and I would have like all of Europe would be under my control, either through personal union or through the HRE, if you know what I mean. And like, fucking, I'd have all of the Middle East, India, fucking Indonesia, China, all of that shit's under my control. Fucking North Africa's under my control, East Africa's under my control, you know, South Africa's under my control, but I have to fucking fight these motherfuckers in Central Africa, and then I still have to clean up, like, the fucking tiny amounts of, like, colonies that aren't under my union, if you know what I mean. Such a, like, fucking not fun. The fun part about Victoria 2 is that it's about score, and I honestly think that's probably the best way to make one of those games, is have it be about score, and not about conquest.
Yeah.
That makes it way more interesting, because like it was just like so much fun as Prussia becoming like world first power. How did you do it, Prussia? I fought all of Europe, took no territory, but I won. 1,000 prestige.
Yeah.
I just like to think that just everybody just agrees that you're the most badass at that point, and that's how you win. Yeah, that sort of stuff I really enjoyed. Because, you know, it's just the tedium of world conquest, like, holy crap. with Stellaris, I can sort of stomach it because it's not nearly as much of a ball ache to do. Even though Stellaris has some of the stupidest fucking mechanics when it comes to warfare, like the army system, it still isn't as tedious because there's only like 4 or 5 countries in. Well, I say 4 or 5 countries. Like on the small map, which is the largest map that you can play sanely, you only have like I think 7 or 8 opponents maximum, and usually the way I play, I bum rush the first 2 like within the first couple of years, and then the rest I have like more elaborate wars with.
Yeah, oh wow, I see you fixed it very fun here.
Shall we rest? If only just oh fuck, I think I. If only just to like make it so that my production goes faster.
Yeah. I am wet.
Oh yeah, that really fixes it quite well.
Yeah.
There you go, you can just hear the thing shitting the stuff out now. Because I needed more coal, like I ran out.
Alright, I need food.
I think I'm just gonna start making preparations to go find the Elder, because it's all well and good just sticking in the Bronze Age forever, but you know, I do kind of want to see what the rest of this game has to offer as well.
Yeah.
Should I make like a...
Let's see. What do we need to? What can we make from bronze that we haven't made so far?
I guess armor, but it slows you. So if you want the armor, by all means. But I suggest we should first like. I mean, I guess there's a. Oh, there's a two-handed spear actually. That's pretty interesting. And oh yeah, there's also a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, then fuck the sword actually. Yeah,
There's a bronze axe, isn't there, as well?
Yeah, but I have that one.
Is it good? Can it chop?
Yeah, it's pretty okay. Like, it's a bit faster, but like it does require like a fair amount of bronze. Like, fuck me. Okay, yeah, thankfully we do have the ability to make more. Like, I see you brought tin, I guess, right?
The tin we had already been made.
Yeah, no, but I like as in you brought the tin bars here, so now I can make more bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally think I'm personally of the opinion we shouldn't bother with the armor, and we should instead bother with the more useful stuff. Because it's like 8 armor versus 6 of the troll, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's I don't disagree. I haven't noticed that I'm wearing like bronze armors, for example.
Yeah, I made like 1 bronze armor just because I didn't have the troll armor at the time, and I was like, well, I'd rather not get killed with a wolf. But how much has that saved you?
Not at all. And there's a lot more bronze thingies or troll hides around.
I think I will make the bronze agate here because I like the two-handed fighting style as opposed to just using a thing. So make the bronze two-handed weapon because it's also a spear, which hopefully means that it will be effective in the dungeons. Do you have a leather scrap on you by chance?
I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like 100 times like more energetic than I did last month just because I have my protein bars. So I'm super happy about that.
That is good. I've been sort of low energy like lately. I don't know what's up.
Do you eat protein? It is winter, so you need to eat more if you want to maintain the same level of energy. By eat more, I mean have more high energy nutrients, not literally like eat more empty calories, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, like honestly, like I have like eaten like lots of chocolate, for example, and it's just been like, meh, you know. I should be losing some weight too. Like that's kind of incredible. Like normally I go up during the winter.
Yeah, but chocolate has like magnesium, but not like a lot of other shit. If you know, it has magnesium, a little bit of calcium, you know, that sort of stuff, a little bit of iron.
Yeah, I'm not saying like, oh man, my fucking chocolate diet has been amazing.
my all chocolate diet, I call it the Polar diet.
Yeah, no, it's just more like what I've had some chocolate like recently is because I've been like snacking. And it's kind of incredible how little impact it does, because normally I get like super hyper, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I would recommend having protein, man. It makes me so much more active and happy. Like I just wake up with more. I wake up with more energy. I go to bed with more energy. Like, I don't know if it's the protein or the fibers, or like the fact that it's like slow release energy, but I have a high suspicion that it's the protein. Because it's very hard to get the male recommended for like a large male. It's hard to get the male recommended amount of protein from normal food, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hello, troll. Oh, the troll does the troll actually? I think the troll does actually heal, but he heals like, oh no, that's just me, never mind. I thought it was like the troll healing like 7.5, but no, that's my health regen. I will say I love the comment, like, you say the comment's not that good, but maybe I'm just starved because like it's not my genre, you know? But I like the darting through the woods, shooting arrows at this troll that's just like slamming rocks and knocking down trees.
I mean, yeah, this is the AI can like be tricked if you're like setting up it right. It's not saying like the AI is bad necessarily. It just means like it's predictable, which means that like the ball game is a bit different, which the game actually does take into account.
Yeah, I mean, giving the troll like a good ranged attack, for example, is already sort of acknowledgement of the fact that the troll's probably not going to be able to path perfectly. But he does a fairly good job, I will say. Like he doesn't get stuck that often in just his natural environment, like the forest, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, he does a fairly good job of like getting around like what looks like complicated trees. So.
Did you get the bronze Atgeir?
What's that?
The bronze like long the spear.
No,
that's
no,
not a spear.
I didn't have the leather for it.
All right.
But I was planning on it because I don't plan on having a shield.
Yeah, man, I don't use shields either.
Yeah, I hope it's good though, because it's a spear. Like, there's also another two-handed weapon is a bone, like, you know that deer bone that we have? It can be turned into a hammer.
Right.
But I don't know how good that hammer is either. If you know what I mean. So.
I found some things here. I'll make one and see how good it is.
Got some
I
more
have some
troll
underhanded swing, which is nice.
We got some more troll hide in case. Do you have like majority troll stuff already, and then like one bronze armor?
I don't have any troll stuff now.
Okay.
If you go to our main base, there's lots of troll hides
I
there.
used all the troll hides there.
Now? Just now?
Yesterday evening.
Should be more there now. I found a bunch of you just look around in different crates.
Okay, yeah, because there's 5. I've got 5 in my inventory. There's 5 in the chest at like the other mountain base. So it was more like, you know, we can, because I'll if I see a troll, I'll just kill it. If you know what I mean, then you can have the hides from it.
Right.
Okay. Also. The one thing, the baffling decision is having the double click, right? Because I don't think the double click. You know, like I just put a marker down for where the other mining base was that we had.
Right. Well, it doesn't share the markers that you put down.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, it's over here, in case you're wondering. If there was a two-handed axe, I'd fucking go for it, which I imagine there will be at some point, but...
Probably. I'm just going and getting some tin right now because we were lacking a bunch. Oh, it's considered a pole arm, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It uses a fuck ton of stamina, so don't miss.
There was another fucking dungeon I found along the coast somewhere, but... There it is. We found another slightly larger looking dungeon, by the way. I never marked it. It's near the copper base.
Nice.
It's one of those dungeons that I found before, but this was before marking.
If you wanna try the this spear.
Absolutely. Give me a moment. My inventory is alright. Yeah, bronze egg tier.
We're actually short on coal, believe it or not.
Oh Jesus, yeah, it has like a big sweep. Yeah, but its primary weapon, its primary attack being a thrust, I quite enjoy. If you know what I mean. So.
Yeah. I mean, I just wanted you to try it as well, since there's no point like making two if like both are if we don't like it.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, like, that wasn't me.
I may have misclicked. I do like that you can just put like mixed copper and bronze thingies in there already. But did you have some coal here somewhere?
No. Coal is like in short supply. I have like 3 coal or whatever, but
I'm just
running low, a bit low on food.
I'm making some food here, by the way.
Lovely.
Oh, cauldron is like a thing.
Yeah, I think it's for cooking, I'd imagine.
Yeah. It requires 10 which we have, so just
Yeah, I don't know what we can do with it. I mean, you're welcome to give it a shot. Like, it's not an upgrade for anything because, for example, the nice thing about this game is that when you're building and you look at like the like crafting, it says if it's like an improvement for a workstation, right? It says like crafting workbench improvement or like forge improvement, which is quite nice. Because I was like wondering if like you know, the furnace and the kiln were forge improvements, but you can see it right there that they aren't, if you know what I mean.
Is it the star that gives it?
What?
Is it? Oh yeah, right. Okay, no, it's yeah, there's a star, but. Oh, that was my last of my cooked items. Lol.
Oh yeah, so now that I have my thing, did you want to do that dungeon?
Hold on. Let me see. I want to make myself another weapon as well.
Okay.
Or something. Or maybe I should get the fucking thing, you know, the troll stuff.
Yeah, the troll armor. Yeah, so did I bring bones? There's 5 here. 10, there's 10 troll leather here, but I don't know where my bones are at, if you know what I mean. I think I might have... Oh yeah, what? Are they here? No, they're not here. Oh. Yeah, no idea where I put the fucking bones. Like, they could be anywhere.
Alright.
But yeah, there's 10 troll leather in that base, if you know what I mean.
Wait, which space? The one to the south?
No, this one that we're in. There's
Alright.
10 troll leather here. It's just we don't have the bones. But we'll get bones from the dungeon. And I'm sure they're in, like, they might be in one of those chests along the road, if you know what I mean. So it's a very, very good possibility that's the case. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I found a dungeon that's a troll cave.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's not average to, like, the other ones. The other ones were not troll caves, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so it's where I'm at, but it's where, like, I've pinged it where it is, if you know what I mean.
Alright. Did we not have an anvil here?
Yeah, we do.
Why is it not giving a bonus to the forge?
It should. It should be level 2, right? Or am I...
It's only level 1.
Oh, I thought we had an anvil there. Oh, I'm just fucking retarded. Like, that's the only explanation I have. Yeah, because you didn't upgrade I guess by that you didn't upgrade this agate there or whatever, right?
No. Oh, well, it seems like I'll have to go back and get the thing.
The what thing?
What's it called? Thing. I need the leather and shit. Or hide scraps. Before I can come to you.
Okay. Because you're making armor, or?
I've not decided what I need it for anything. I'm doing.
Did we have much leather scraps at the base?
Yeah, I left some. I was killing boars there, so I know there's some. Well, at least I'm using the road, right?
Yeah, any excuse now.
There's a troll here too.
One of the downsides of having the long spear is that, like, I'm so used to using my axe, I've actually gotten super good at timing the swings to where they can't hit me back, but with the spear I haven't gotten to that point yet. So there's that to take into consideration as well, just familiarity, if you know what I mean.
Also haven't gotten used to calling it a pole arm.
What's that?
It's not a spear, it's a pole arm in this game.
My bad, pole arm. Pole arm. Can you sleep?
No, I'm fighting a troll.
Okay.
Who is doing some bit of a construction work on the path so far. Did I say I was only able to play for an hour?
No.
Oh well. I'm only able to play for an hour because family.
Family dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means I won't be able to kill this troll.
Oh, so you have to go now?
Yeah.
I see.
So.
Oh, yeah. No, you didn't mention that.
I thought I did, but I guess your Japanese thingy got me distracted.
So it's my fault, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, take care. I don't know, I might be able to play a little bit more after. I'll send a message. Okay?
Alright, well, I'll close the thing. Close the game. Alright, see you later.
See ya.
Later.